And then when we talk about food, all the people might ask, boy, then oh, we not see the beef breast, and we not see the goat leg, and we not see the chicken steak, you know what I mean? But we want to understand, say, food is about.
Come link with me under the Iroko tree. Make a reason through every season. Speaking the truth for the youths. Maintaining the spiritual rules. Maintaining the spiritual rules. Maintaining the spiritual rules.
Blessed love, African family, world family. Welcome forward again. I wish I give thanks for those who have subscribed. Continue to share and like and comment. Ask a friend them to subscribe. Check the notification bell so you know each time we touch base, the spiritual root of things. So welcome again underneath the Iroko tree, spiritual roots. Blessed love. I want to say Hotep, Uncle Jasineb. And if you have been watching, then I think we know what that means by now. You know what I mean? Peace, life, prosperity, health. So right now, you can consider this part 2 of wild food or wild people. Yeah? And the thinking behind that is that most of the foods, then we go around in the vegetation and fine. You know what I mean? Is it that the food is wild, or we the people are the wild things because we are moving around so much and moving away from these things that are good for us and can heal us and can prevent us from being sick the way we are becoming sick. You know what I mean? So it's within that thinking that way, you know, wild food or wild people. So, and then when we are talking about food, all the people might ask, boy, then oh, we not see the beef breast, and we not see the goat leg, and we not see the chicken steak, you know what I mean? But we want to understand, say, food is about, these sources of food are the secondary sources, because they eat the vegetation, then, you know what I mean, then we eat them. But if we can find the vegetation that we can get these things from, then, you know what I mean, from a spiritual root of the thing, we don't have to be harming the animals the way we are harming the animals, you know what I mean? So, if you look on it from all angles, like this. Here, so in the background where we stand up now is a castor bean oil tree. You know what I mean? So this is where we bring castor bean from, produce it into oil, which is good for hair growth and many other things. As we always say, do the research. So we're going to take a look on how them look on the tree, if somehow we never really see them yet. Because to be honest, I think me recently I realized this is how they look as well. So that how they look on the tree and being dried right there. So all the energy from the sun is being captured, just like how we are out in the sun right now, getting some of that good energy with the breeze, as you can see on the tree there. So you know what I mean, you can hear some bird crossway there. So, and this is how we deal with it in nature. And as we have said, it doesn't see one bird just answer there. It doesn't get any more spiritual than this, you know. And this is what we need to tap into within the self. So we will be moving around to show some other stuff within the vegetation. And here within the sun, one of them just burst open right now. So that would happen. I don't know if one just saw that. A couple of the seeds just burst open. So from that now, I guess when these seeds fall here, they are going to grow more plants. And then in terms of wild food, that's how some of the things that grown into the wild, if we want to call it wild, to use those labels. Birds eat these things, fly with the seed, drop the seeds all about, and then we have food growing all over the place. You know what I mean? Just the way nature intended it to be. So again, we should not run out of food, because we have the seeds them to replant and replenish these crops. And as we say, wild food is the best food, because these are the foods that not so manipulated. It's not really touched by a human in certain way with chemicals and all these things. So, you know what I mean? They just grow. They're just out there doing their own thing, consuming or absorbing the vitamins and minerals from the soil and the sunlight and the rainfall and the wind. So whenever we go out, they go spray with chemical and for them grow. So these are the things we should really be tapping into and realize that them something that we eat. You know what I mean? So as I say, it's a next trek through the wild, through nature. We have a couple more stops to make. So yeah. Castor bean oil tree. Right there. Oh yeah, so see we are stopping on the next stop. Sun gone down a little bit. They're the roadside, so excuse the noise. Yeah, so this is the flame of the forest tree we mentioned in the video before. We talked about the pods and the flower from it. But I forgot to mention that the entire tree is good. The bark, the leaves, the root, the whole tree is good. So flame of the forest, again, just do the research. So the wind is nice. Yes, so as I saw there at the roadside, so excuse the noise. So we're there so now with some gully bean. Not sure why I get the name gully bean. If because it was more commonly found in gullies or whatever, but it's also susumba. So we can take a look around the side there. So yeah, whole lot of beans right here. Blossom. I want to put that with some coconut milk, powerful food. You know what I mean? As we say, just do the research and we can find out the properties of these. These are actual food. So we're there so now. Big almond tree, and I think this one is Indian almond, so to speak. So almond, wild food, grown all about the place. So if you do the research and check out the, again forgive the noise, roadside. If you do the research and check out the almond, you know what I mean, brain health, immune system, also said to be good for pregnant ladies, cancer prevention and all these things, just do the research. So we're going to say we find 2 almond and crack them open and take a look inside and eat 1 or 2 almonds. So country style, 1 rock as the base and then we use another rock to burst the almond open. Don't really want to mash up the almond inside really. Let's see how well we did here. So we kind of hit it a bit too hard. So we would have to come up with a little machine that we can use and get the almond out properly. So that's almond for you. So we have all these great foods going to waste day by day. And as I said, so we will go to the supermarket and buy those expensive ones from overseas, which are possibly sprayed with all kind of chemicals, just to preserve them for the journey. So there we have almond, and we would eat that, you know. Yum yum. So this is the country style, and we used to do it as little youths growing up. The funny thing is when we were children or smaller, we would eat these things. But when we grew up and so we're more educated, again forgive the noise with the roadside. When we say we're more intelligent or more educated, we start moving away from these things for convenience. And convenience is harming us. Oh man. So it would be nice to have a machine that we can just throw these in and it just bring us nice and whole almonds. So we can make almond milk and all these things. So these are the things we should really be consuming. The good things them you know, almond, one of them. It's very good, nutty almond. So if we take a look under the tree, you see a whole lot of what we call suckers, almond suckers. So the almond them drop on them the stereo and burst into plants. So we could take these up and let's say we have the land, we could become almond farmers. It would probably take a while to grow and bear, but once they start bearing, we have almonds all over the place. So there are a whole lot of suckers under the tree. And some young flame of the forest trees there as well. So this is what we talk about wild food or wild people. More suckers. Whole lot of suckers all over the place. Yeah, so these are the things we should be really eating and having fun with. Can be making our milks and our butters from all these things. So those would be also some of the good fats that wouldn't have to be consuming the bad fats. So I don't think I'll be going to any papa tree this evening, but I think most of us know papa. So, but I think most of us only eat the fruit of the papa. So apart from that, here's another almond tree right there. More almond tree there. So with the papa, most of us only eat the fruit. So the seed is also good for gut health. I mean, it has this peppery taste to it as well. So if you don't want to eat it like that, you can put it in your smoothies and all these things. The leaves are also good, anti-aging and all these things. Said to be used in some places for malaria. And extracting the juice from the green leaf has a bitter taste, but it says it's good for your blood, increasing the platelets in the blood or something like that, increasing oxygen flow and all that. So vitamin D, vitamin B, all these things, just do the research. Papa leaf, yeah. And on the note of vitamin D, we can check out mushroom as well as protein. Mushroom is a good source of vitamin D, as they say. And if we put the mushroom within the sun, increases the amount of vitamin D in it. So as we said, we just need to be doing the research on these foods. These are the foods we should be eating. So, and we can find mushroom in the wild. We just need to know what we're looking for. As we said, do the research, so we know which ones to really eat. So it's just a part of learning and sharing, you know what I mean? I don't know everything. Again, I am just learning most of these things, and I am sharing as I go along. So here we are, a big mango tree right there. And again, most of us only eat the fruits of the mango. I think the seed is also good. I think most Indians probably know of. I think they dry it and powder it. I think it's called amchur. Not sure, can do the research on that. So just do the research. The leaves can be used as tea as well. I hear it's good for nerves. So all these things, we just need to do the research. So here we are, moving over to what they call the miracle tree. So this is what they call the miracle tree, which is moringa. Call this the miracle tree. So just like the flame of the forest, where the entire tree can be used, the moringa is the same. The entire tree can be used, the bark, the roots, you know what I mean, the seeds, the leaves. The leaves are said to be more potent than the rest of the tree, but it's all good. So in overseas places, I think they use, where they say they have poor children, all these things created by the system, but they use the leaves within the meals to feed the children, and within a couple of months they can see the difference within the physicality of the children and how they're developing and the energy that they have. Hopefully we can get a one pod open to show the seeds inside. So more vitamin C than oranges, more protein than milk. Again, all we need to do is just do the research, because I am not the one really saying this. It's based on who have done the research, and I am learning from them as well. Hence we are sharing. So we just need to be thinking on these things, and these are actually food. So here we have managed to get a pot down, so we're going to see. So there we have the seeds inside. So let's see if I can get one of these seeds out. Burst it open and see if we can take a look and see what it looks like. And there we go. So here we have a, see if we can get this seed out. Alright, so that's what the seed looks like. So this now can be eaten if you want to have it this way. Got that nutty taste. Also has that bitter sweet taste to it, especially when you hit the back of the throat, then you get that bitter taste. But they say if you have 6 or a couple of these for the day, then you will be filled with energy, you know. That's the miracle food, the miranga. And they say it's easy to be grown as well. You can just break a limb, stick it in the ground, leave it, and that becomes a plant. So these things we shouldn't be running out of. Alright, so see what there, so with a neem tree now. But them say this good for ulcers and bad breath and all of that. So just do the research. Neem. They make soaps and all kind of things from right now. They make tea and all these things. So yeah man, and on the note of bad breath, if you want to check out fennel seed as well. And so that work for mouth health as well. So neem, we can check that out as well. Yeah man, so that's the neem right there. Yeah, so see we are so again. So we're there dandelion now. And to touch back on the neem, it can be used as a pesticide as well or insecticide. You know what I mean? So instead of those bad chemicals we spray from our food, we can use even plants to repel insects from our plants. Other plants we want to grow as food just the same. So dandelion. So when these pods are dried, the seeds can be grounded and used instead of coffee. You know what I mean? So all these things, it's a good source of zinc, which is good for man and them say prostate health. So all these things, we just need to do the research. The dandelion. Yeah man. So these are the things we need to be consuming for the best of health. Yeah, so these are the things we should be looking into and consuming. Instead of we go to a party and drink all these bad liquors, bad liquids, where knock us out of our senses and we end up doing things where either we go crash and kill ourselves or we end up in a situations where we can't come out of. End up in somebody else's bed. End up with a man where you would have never end up with if you never under the influence of these things. End up with a girl where end up pregnant. I want a baby for you. Just out of carelessness really. So, you know what I mean? These are the things we need to be thinking on and eating food that is feeding us mentally and otherwise keeping us healthy. So we don't get into these life situations that we can't get out of. So we need to check into these things. Yeah man, so give thanks again for come on the journey with I and I. And we just as we say, learn and share. That's it. So these are the good things then. Nature provides, the Most High. We give thanks. Again, blessed love.
Come link with me under the Iroko tree. Make a reason through every season. Speaking the truth for the youths. Maintaining the spiritual roads. Maintaining the spiritual roads. Maintaining the spiritual roads.